Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 314, here with Valerie Simpson. No relation to Ashley or Jennifer.
I'm glad you
although she might be able to sing, who knows? I've never heard her in the shower. Anyway, so what we're talking today, the theme of today has been recover backwards. Doing clean and jerks today, I have the terrible tendency of recovering forward. I figure if I do it, a lot of other people do it since I'm close to, no, never mind, we won't go there. So, I figure if I do it, a lot of other people do it as well. So what we have here is we have what we're going to call a recovery box, okay? It's much like some other little boxes that are the X patterns that you see out there. However, I have two things in mind which I care about today. We're not going to go into a whole bunch of jerk technique, but we're going to have two thoughts in mind. This is Valerie's, or I just like to call her Val. This is Val's stance width that she prefers to be in, okay? And we like to make sure that she's over shoulder width, okay? And at least over hip width. So when she goes here and she comes into her split jerk position, jump into that for me. Good. And just widen your feet just a little bit. What we're looking for her to do is not collapse, okay? What I mean by that is not get really narrow. A lot of times what will happen is people will cheat their way in, right? Like that. Which is not what we want because that's going to narrow the base and makes us off kilter on the top, right? So we want to make sure that she's outside that line, right? And that these legs, the front leg comes forward, steps in to the jerk, right? So her head can come through, and this leg comes back as well. But we want to make sure that her torso stays centered over this center line which we made. That's the reason why we have this rectangular box, okay? So we'll start Val out by, she'll just do this by recovering backwards, okay? So that means this is going to step back, and look, she already stepped inside the line. Bad, right? Go back to where you were. We're going to make sure that we cover backwards to the outside of our box. Good. And then next foot forward, okay? So, one more time, give me a good one there. Really concentrate. Good. Now we just reset this foot position. Here's the thing. I'm going to scoot you out, scoot you out, scoot you out, scoot you. There you go. Is when you're working with this, right, you're able to look down, you reset your feet, and that gives you that proprioceptive awareness of where you should be. Each time she'll get better with this. Now recover back to that line, and now recover back, right? So always recover backwards. Again, the theme of today's episode, recover backwards. One more time. Let's see if we can keep outside those lines. Good, and you can see that she already started to do that, right? She's already making an effort at getting better. Recover backwards. Now, we could keep this line here, okay? Thinking of three things, okay? Our feet are going to stay outside the line. Our pelvis is going to stay plumb over our center line, and we're going to recover backwards. One thing I want to do, take note. A lot of times when we add weight, go ahead, go back into that jerk for me one more time. Awesome. So if she recovers or if she splits too wide, you can reduce her just as well, right? Because we're trying to make this seamless transition forward and backward, no deviation inward or outward. Is sometimes they'll twist their hips open when they have weight, okay? We want to make sure that this is also staying square as well as over that plumb line. Cool? So let's do one with weight, recover backwards, just to pretend. Yep, awesome, awesome. So if we have a bar, nothing changes, right? Bring a bar in for Val. Come on up. Great. So all I want you to do, eyes straight ahead. You're going to head jerk just like you normally did, just like we just practiced. Good, awesome. And if I wanted to, since this is a light enough weight, I can have her just nudge in just a little bit. Good. Just watch her how much weight you do this with. And you can see how she kind of twists open, right? So we want closer and recover backwards. Good, good. And drop down. Are you able to do one more for me?
Yep.
Perfect. Good. Awesome. Recover backwards. And down. Great. So that's a recovery box. That's what we're doing today. Remember, recover backwards. Feet stay the same width apart, and hips stay parallel and plumb over top that center line. Val, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim.
Guys, until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.